QDC. We got the second matchup here on stream. That is the University of Tennessee taking on RIT in an East matchup here. I couldn't think of another E sound to rhyme there, QDC.
I
Oh, C,
mean,
QDC. Yeah. Oh,
the
well.
the beasts of the East,
The
right?
beasts from the Easts. Yes.
And definitely, RIT is definitely a beast from the East. They lost last week to UTA, and they're probably going to play with a chip on their shoulder for the rest of the season, right? Now, losing 2 games so far this season, it's going to peeve them a little bit more now that they've lost their second. I think they're going to take no prisoners for the rest of the season.
Yeah, like you said, kind of playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder after taking the L. Only the second for the entire season here for your Rochester Institute of Technology squad. There's a very older, participants within the EGF.
Yep.
They've pretty much since their inception, and they've been doing big things. And this is just kind of a college we expect a lot of Rocket League action from. University of Tennessee. I not newer this year, this season by any means, but also and obviously pretty darn good at Rocket League. They're in the East Division as well. So guaranteed, more so of the 11 matches they played so far have been division matchups here. Let's go ahead and get a little stat action coming at you guys here for the University of Tennessee. And this is East, not Big East, by the way, guys.
Yes.
A worthwhile description there. Yeah, so two losses within their division and whatnot. Map count 8-7, so that's not bad really. Like 2 wins, 2 losses. The map count 8-7 means, of course, that they're positive right there, and that's the name of the game. But simply the fact that they've taken 2 L's right there is, obviously a big part of why this Tennessee team is 4-7.
Right, and honestly, ever since the winter break, right, 2-2, they're okay, right? They've been playing all right, I would say. A bit of a wild card, right? I don't think that they could beat RIT, but at the same time, I think again, upset potential, right? Same thing with the last game. You looked at the
Mhm.
stats, right? A 1-8 team versus a 7-4 team, and you tell yourself, okay, yeah, the very good chance that Sienna's going to win this, right? But UND made it close. In this game, the same thing, right? Same deal, except 4-7 for the Tennessee side, and they will
Whoa.
start us off strong.
Yeah, that's what you love to see. University of Tennessee coming out early. That was Mikey there. And says he needs protein. 107
Yes.
kilometers per hour. Gonna shank that one in. For my other godless Americans, that's something like 83 miles an hour or something like this.
It's very high up there, and then he finishes off with a nuke, right? Which you rarely see nowadays because it's a 3-year-old item, which you could only get like for a 3-month period back in 2018, I think, with Twitch Prime. So it's a really nice item to see, except it
Mhm.
completely blinds everyone. So do the flashbang dance, I guess, as the goal. Oh, wow, that one's gonna come for 8Con. The goal line was right there. The ball was just rolling on it the entire time for like a solid 10 seconds. Hermes could not put it away. 8Con does, though.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was kind of looking at this one. 8Con, Jacob, and Robo. Do you believe that's Robo and Jacob?
Yeah, I
Jakob?
believe it's Echo.
Gotcha, Jakob, excuse me. That's Jakob and that's Robo playing as subs here for your Rochester Institute of Technology. Not that this is a bad squad, not that these are bad players by any means. Just their starting roster, a little bit of a different look. That's 8Con, the one that generally plays on that starting roster, and the only one that you see here today between the two. It's Jakob? Okay, I'm sorry. The voices in my head are correcting me. They said something. I could have sworn they said something different a second ago, but I have trust. I have trust here. Big shout out to Paz over there on production to help us out with the stats and whatnot.
Yeah, the French voices in our heads that come out and tell us how to do stuff. I mean, honestly, he does a good job at what he does.
Oh no,
8Con, though,
I hear you.
is,
I
is a
hear you.
player that we've seen a lot of, right? He's not
I got a
exactly...
question for you, QDC.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only thing worse than having voices in your head.
What's
Having
the only
French
thing...
voices in your head.
The French voices, yes. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. As, yeah, I do want to say 8Con, we see a lot of him, right? And that's why I'm not surprised that you obviously, he seems like a main player, right? Because he plays so much. I think he's played half the games, even though he is technically a sub. So he plays really well, and he fits this RIT team very, very nicely. But yeah, Jacob is one of their main players. And 8con does great as a super sub, and he's done great job there on Hermes, but Hermes still able to make the save. But again, RIT are the ones with full pressure right now, and they've got a lot of dangerous opportunities so far, as they have made it 2-1. They have the lead, and they're trying to continue it.
8con, nice shank on out to this left side, but Mikey Need Protein is not getting given up this one so easily. Back to the middle, Spicoli trying something on this one. Jakob once again, shank out to the middle here. Hermes is able to pick it up. There's Mikey finds a demo. 8con and the rest of RIT looking to get offensive, but Jakob still going back on the respawn here, and come back on the respawn they do quickly and loudly.
Oh, no.
There's a shot up. 8con actually goes to kind of fake it this one and just leaves Robo's shot trajectory and velocity true. It is shanked onto this right side. The third one for RIT, 1 second outside of halftime.
Or Spicoli, he is in net, right? He's looking at this ball and he's telling himself, yeah, I can do this aerial and make the save. And I don't know about you, have you ever tried, have you learned how to fast aerial?
No, I'm not very good at this game.
All right, well, the fast aerial is a quick double tap, but you need to press, you need to go back. But when you double press and go back at the same time, you will backflip, right? So you need to time it perfectly to not backflip. And sadly, he has backflip there and was not able to make the save. In the meantime, we've bled out another minute. It's 3-1. 2 minutes left in this game remain, and it is 3-1. Almost 3-2. But no dice for Hermes. He's done great on offense and defense.
They have about 100 seconds left here. Jakob putting this one over. The rest of RIT members really just localized around that left corner. I gotta say, RIT has looked a lot better on offense than they have defense. QDC, opinions?
I mean, it's curious to see, but at the same time, oh my god. Yeah, they're double committing a lot on defense. It's the opposite of what we saw last game. 78 seconds left on this board, and it's a 1-goal game here. Tennessee put it in. It seems like RIT are all over the place, right? Especially on defense. The offense is fine. The rotations are really nice up there. But in defense, they double commit a lot, and they're hitting each other. So I'm guessing it's just coming down to poor communication when it comes down to defense, because those rotations are a lot tighter when it comes to defense compared to offense.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one. Tennessee is still keeping it close, though. One score separating these two teams, about 60 seconds left on this one. Jakob over Mikey. Pop this one off the wall just about. Robo is going to be able to... No, Robo is not going to be able to meet it there. Jakob, but down bottom, can't do anything either. And Spicoli, 5th shot attempt. First goal in. That's going to be the University of Tennessee tying this one back. 126 kilometers per hour, y'all. That is hands down the fastest goal on the stream today.
By far, and I mean, it was right on the goal line, right? So it didn't really have time to slow down whatsoever. Nice pinch in the corner by Mikey, by the way, to bring that pass out. Without that pinch, you don't have that goal, and Robo answers right back. They high-five each other right there, right afterwards, as Robo, nice little flip there, and Spicoli, nothing he can do. Got absolutely bamboozled by that trajectory. What a weird shot, and it ends up into the back of the net because of that weird trajectory.
It was a little bit of a weird trajectory, but that's going to be, that's going to be enough. Rocket League can be a weird game like that, right? Hermes, pop over. Mikey, oh my god, open net! That's going to be Spicoli, the second in about 30 seconds, in a tied-up situation here, QDC.
If the game finds itself with more goals in this next 30 seconds, there will be just as many goals in this game, number 1, as the entirety of last series between UND and
with it, yeah, no, an interesting stat line there.
Only 11
indeed,
goals. Right? Yeah, UND and their opponents. I mean, honestly, 11 goals, right? It's really low for an entire series, right? But the fact that they're nearly scoring at the same pace within 5 minutes that they did in 22 minutes is quite impressive. But we're going to probably see overtime here for game number 1. A minimum of 9 goals. Oh, that's so close. Good save.
Ooh.
And we're going to go to overtime if this ball ever hits the ground.
Fired one right across the bow right there.
Oh, no.
Fantastic stuff. They're not quite hitting the ground yet. This one's probably grounded out. Yes, it is. And we have our first game going down to the wire here between the University of Tennessee and RIT. Hit play over. Mikey covering this one up. Hermes, pop play to this right side. But I mean, yeah, like you said, what, 9th goal guaranteed. RIT strikes it. That's going to be a 5-4 lead here early.
It's overtime.
It's a 5-4 lead. Oh, sorry, a 5-4, excuse me, a 1-0 lead for RIT.
Oh man, it sounded like you were thinking we just restarted the game, right? We're at the start of game number 2. No, it's the end of game number 1, and that is the overtime goal. Everyone scoring except for Hermes, who was really close to doing so earlier on in the match. He did 2 great saves as well, right, to keep his team into it. RIT though, despite their struggles on defense and their rotational struggles, really is where they've had hindrance, and where Tennessee's really been able to fight back. They win this match.
Yeah, no, agreed. Spicoli here, 6 shots on, 2 goals made in, so a 33% completion ratio, 2 assists as well, and I think that was 2 saves right there, maybe 3 saves, not sure right now, but really Spicoli being the man of the hour here for this squad. That's over there for the University of Tennessee. That's going to be RIT striking first, though. 5-4 overtime situation goes their way in game 1.
Oh my god, let's see it. Game number 2 is underway, and we could see some very, very nice calculated play out of these players. And see more goals! Oh, that is so close. That was a great pass by Jacob. Akon can't put it in. And so Robo's gonna come into the corner, tries to pitch it, gets it down. The demo by Jacob, and Akon's gonna put it in. Look at this team play. Oh, wow, that's the communication you want. Robo leaves it long enough for Akon to come in, and look at this. What team play.
I love the emote at the end. Like, there's nothing more American than a cowboy, right? Yeah. 30 seconds into this one. That's going to be RIT's striking first. So what the theme also, what we were talking about, theme stats, whatever from last game. Every time the team the team that scored first ended up winning the game. Last 2 games going down to overtime. This one in game 1, this matchup, game 1 going down to overtime as well. And that theme continuing true. RIT, the University of Tennessee struck first last game, right?
Yep, they
that's
did.
Right. Oh, yeah, that was like 5 seconds in. Yeah, you're right. All right, so I'm wrong. Never mind. Ignore all that. Mikey, trying to get back up here. Thanks for giving us some action to talk about.
No, dude, a flashbang dance. Oh, man, what a nice little shot here by Mikey. And again, look at this blinding. Oh, man. Gotta love those white pixels. Absolutely blinding my eyes there. Oh, my goodness. What a nice little one by Mikey. The game is tied. 4 minutes left still on this clock. And Jacob, oh, wow, a little bit of hang time there, and he's going to leave it for Akon. Can't put it in. Oh, wow. Good little opportunity there. I hope you saw that. I know you were away for just a bit there, but, oh, man, that was some great play there by RIT once again. Jacob setting everything up so far.
Yeah, that has been really nice so far. Back down to the bottom. Mikey, right side. 90 seconds into this one. Back on up. Hermes, beating feet to get there. Now another one teammate trying to get something going. Akon, just a spinning play across this middle right here. And this is really anybody's ball, just kind of been going back and forth and living in this middle area. Mikey flipping around to get to it, and does. Akon's still back though, so RIT is not left defenseless.
But Robo is there, and he makes... Oh, no, Spicoli. Oh, he fights it. I was about to say, no, Robo's there. But he passes it straight down to Spicoli right on the hood. It doesn't... Okay, touched the floor after he hit it. And that extra little bounce gave it a little bit of extra toughness to make that save on with no one in the net, right? That's, well...
An extra oomph.
Extra oomph, exactly. As Jacob, well, he's going to try and put it into the net straight off the bat again, right? Jacob is that very dangerous player right now who can do it all, right? He's the jack of all trades, or should I say the yak of all trades on his
Ew.
team as well. No, his name is Yaka. Come on. Instead of the jack of all trades, it's the yak of all trades.
No, I get it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I see your wordplay.
I know you don't like it. No, come on, you don't need to be
no,
nice
no,
about
no,
it.
I'm
Oh,
100% here
ooh.
for it.
Okay. At least you're not like some other producers who don't appreciate the puns. As Spicoli does put it in halfway through this game. Now it's 3-1. Tennessee again out to a lead. This time 2 goals, and RIT need to answer.
Yeah, they really do. Being up significantly previous game kind of gave up that effort. Kind of middle part of that previous game, and it was just a relatively quick overtime. Definitely not the almost 4-minute overtime we saw last matchup. And RIT kind of taking that one out by the skin of their teeth. As it is, RIT just simply needs to spend a lot more time in offense. These members of the University of Tennessee have been doing a fantastic job of controlling the ball whenever it does go to their defensive third, and really not doing that bad of a job than that when it is on their offensive third, when they're getting on the offensive, when they're putting the other team on defense. Been some crazy stuff so far, and Tennessee is fighting tooth and nail for this one.
They definitely want it, and I mean, with 100 seconds left on this clock, they definitely don't want to lose a single map, right? They want a 3-0, but if this keeps on going at this rate, it's going to be 1-1. But with the demo down there, Mickey's the only one down. Can he keep it together on defense? Yes, he can. And he's done a great job on defense to stop all 3, because all 3 of them were in the offensive zone.
Yeah, so Mikey,
No,
there, open net. No, it's not. RIT. That's Jakob getting it. Jakob going in there and just skin of his teeth, right? Like the bare tips of his fingers, getting on top of this one. Perfect timing on that and jumping down to it. We kind of saw like what I think you call like the goalie diving, that same kind of action earlier. Another one kind of showing up there from Jakob.
Oh man, Jakob just showing us what he can do, but he still needs to score. Him and his team, I should say, still need to score 2 goals here, at least to bring us to overtime. But Akon's gonna miss that one, and Hermes needs to clear it out. He can't do so, but his teammate can. Mickey gets it over to Hermes. Oh wow, look at this passing play. Hermes to his teammate. Oh no! Oh, the ball was right at the goal line, and Jakob, he stops Spicoli from getting his hat trick, and then gets it off the goal line. What an incredible save. Keep his team in this game, and it's all for naught.
It is all for naught. All shall fall before Spicoli. Some fantastic stuff. 4-1 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and call this. This is Tennessee in game 2.
Oh man, it's a lot easier to say it when there's 20 seconds left, right? But it has happened before.
Oh no, I called it the whole time. I
Okay.
knew this was gonna happen from the beginning.
Yeah. And you're just a wizard, right? You just know the future. You just don't want to tell anyone,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
you just make up, right? That you feign ignorance. There you go. As Jakob will put it in, but it's too little, too late. Unless they get 2 kickoff goals here. I mean, it is possible to get 2 kickoff goals. Is that a part of the script, Tugboat?
I'd have to get down and get on the page, in the 60s or so, right before 70.
Okay.
It's farther down there, and I'll read fast.
Okay.
So let's just spend the next 4 seconds, figure this one out.
Yeah, sadly, they can make it 4-3 if they keep this ball up in the air, but that's not going to happen. 4-2 is the victory for Tennessee. They win out their first game up against RIT, and RIT, I mean, they have the name behind them, right? Rochester, right? That's the big esports name when it comes to Rocket League for the collegiate side. And right now, they've lost the game to Tennessee, and it was not relatively close. And it's really all down to Spicoli, right? Defense, offense. He even got the assist on the only goal he didn't score, right?
Yes.
He was there the entire time and played out of his mind and carried for game number 2.
Yeah, Hermes playing a lot more of like a kind of like literally like a midfield like position on this. When
Yeah.
their offensive pushes, he would set them up and get passes in. He leads to a teammate who would then frequently pass it off after that. And obviously, not 2 players get assist on there unless of course they finish. 5 seconds into this one, that is a decently open net. No, Jakob is going to be there. I didn't quite see because the orange background, the orange inside. Single demo across the middle. That's Jakob striking first for RIT.
Oh man, that's a great demo. And Jakob, all he has to do is bring this ball. He just carries it, right? Remember how he said walk the dog earlier? I don't know if you knew this, but that's the name of a yo-yo trick, right?
Yeah, yep.
So yeah, he definitely walked the
Cat
dog.
In the Cradle and stuff, and what was the other ones? Around the World. That was like
Around the
easy
World.
one. Yep.
I know Rock the Cradle. I actually knew how to do it for when I was like 9 years old, but yeah, that skill has eluded me for quite a while. Just like doing the Rubik's Cube, right? I have a few in my background, but I'm learning how to redo by myself without needing the internet. But it's quite difficult for me.
Yeah, is it something you did as like a kid?
Yeah. It's something that I learned from like one of the first times I ever used the internet was to learn how to do the Rubik's Cube, right? And I did it once, and I really enjoyed it, and then promptly showed it to all my friends, did it multiple times, and then never did it again. So I forgot how to do it, and so I'm relearning.
What I will get back to the game here in a second, but this is kind of funny. What I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, right? And the part where like the skeleton like balances a coin across his fingers and like flips it from like finger to finger. I learned how to do that because I thought chicks would think it was cute, like really cute or cool or hot or attractive or like manly or whatever. And I'll let you guess on how many women have found that attractive since then. Getting back to
one.
game. No, one less than one. How about that? Jakob there with a second. Speaking of no longer speaking on ones, no longer speaking on zeros. We're speaking on twos because that's his second shot attempt and the second goal in.
I guess Jakob's answer was 2 to your question, right? How many women has the coin trick?
That is twice as much confidence he should have in
that. Maybe he's picked up 2 chicks while using more that coin trick. Oh man, well, surely his fingers are doing great work with on controller as the ball is right on the goal line. What a save by 8COD, but he couldn't get the ball cleared out. I mean, you gotta commend him for the save here. Look at that. But, oh man, nothing he could do afterwards.
Yeah, not really anything that he could do. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. This is still anybody's game. Like we said earlier, lead 1, no real lead indeed. Great game, Rocket League. Aidcon fighting for it and actually gets it over Hermes. An offensive opportunity coming in. Nope, it's not. Once again, Tennessee just shanks this one.
Oh man, 3 minutes left in this game, number 3, and RIT up to their first lead since game number 1. Let's see if they can, since game number 2, sorry, I do believe they scored first. So whoever scored first in the series so far has lost. So let's see if that continues on for game number 3. But right now, RIT seem to be in control. Right, but with them having scored first, I now got to give the win to Tennessee for this game 3.
Yeah, I mean, themes aren't memes. Themes show up here and repeat themselves very frequently, as history does, I suppose, as they say. Just outside halftime, but like UDC said, loser has been the one who has struck first. Bounce plays for Jakob. Sorry, once again, no go. Robo trying his hand there, not going to happen. Aidcon. Their time to shine, possibly from the top rope right here. Gets it over 1, can't get it over 2. It's Spicoli, always Spicoli.
Oh man, Spicoli's been playing great, but I mean, you gotta have your teammates there with you, and they're playing pretty good as well, right? We're not talking about them as much, but Mikey and Hermes definitely pull their weight for this team. They are playing great. From what I've seen, right, so far, 2 weeks ago, they played really good when I watched them, and as well as right now. I mean, they're beating out Rochester, right? It's 1-1. They really took up the town in game number 2, but in game number 3, it's 3-1, and Jakob has found himself a hat trick. Great little goal here, triple tap.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
Yeah, triple tap for the third, right? Kind of keep again, keeping it thematical, QDC.
Yeah, a little triple tap off the back wall once, off the back wall twice. The third try of asking, he'll put it into the top corner as well. So, I mean, a little fancy play, right? As you said, monocle on. As another triple tap comes down, but Akon can't finish it. Oh man, double tap off the back wall, and Akon wasn't there to finish, sadly. Again, fancy plays that we're seeing.
60 seconds left right here. This is kind of like your standard like a 1 minute a 1 minute drill, right? Like the 2 minutes left right here. Or sorry, 1 minute left and down by 2. Excuse me. Numbers. Back down bottom, 50 seconds. Hit on over to this left side by Jakob again, taking it off the roof right here. Robo down. Robo looks for like the decapitation hit right there, because really I'd say, you know, down by 2 is doable with this much time left. Down by 3, a different story, right?
Very different story, obviously. I mean, at this point, they have to score once every 15 seconds, and every 2 seconds, that time goes down by 1. With Jakob coming in here with a nice little flip reset off the back wall. Can't find himself the goal. Hermes with a great little save there. Again, Tennessee are playing great. It's just that RIT playing that little bit better, and if I'll be honest, it's really the Jakob show at this current moment. But he intercepts the ball, and he yeah, that's a takeaway. He gives that ball away.
Oh, I see what he was doing. Wait, Akon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, Akon was there. They pulled off at the end right there.
Yeah.
So what? Akon is able to jump up and read this. You know, like 3 plays earlier, might have been able to block that way, but that was really just a very impressive performance there from the University of Tennessee. Hermes up. Hermes in. Nope. Jakob's there once again. Hits over this left side, and they just want to ground this one out, honestly. Nope. Getting under to Spicoli. That's Akon now off the side. Nice hit right here. That's going to be a bit of a rounding play. Akon popping this up. Now back down to the middle. Spike down, and that's Rochester striking twice in game 1, and then again in game 3.
Oh man, game 3 goes the way of Rochester. They win this one 3-2. Again, really close game. Rochester really isn't winning these games by much. And again, Hermes, Mikey, Spicoli playing great. 3 saves out of Hermes, 2 saves out of Spicoli there. Out of the 10 shots out of Rochester. And that just means that Rochester are playing great, right? They've got that offense. So do Tennessee, but Tennessee are less from their offensive pressure and more from just punishments, right?
You know, punishments of mistakes. I mean, that's what these higher level Rocket League players are always really going to be focusing on, right? Like they say that, like, you know, experts expect like other experts to play very well, and you know, it's a very predictable play. It's when this chaotic action comes out, unpredictableness comes in with some of these higher levels, and we see some really close games just like that. Hermes continuing the theme of the close games with a very, very close save.
Very, very close indeed, right off the bat here, and it shows that RIT are mad that they lost a game number 2. Will they win game number 4 here? I mean, they want it. They definitely do. They already have 2 shots on net in the first 30 seconds, and you can technically count 3 as Akon is forced to make a save. Back over to Jakob, back over to Akon. Great passing play. Oh my goodness, that starts with Akon. They 5-5 right afterwards. Look at that play. Wow. Beauty. Back to back to back.
I just love the fact that everybody on RIT was involved in this one, you know? Like, that's Jakob earlier with a fantastic kind of just redirect off the bottom as well. Might even use tires, wasn't 100% sure. And then Robo also, like, goes up to, but gets the call that, like, oh, you know, I got it. Like, I'll play this one, and the trajectory will be true, right? Just comes up for a total fake and then sells it perfectly as well. Comes about as close as you can get without actually making contact onto this ball. Spicoli back, though. This is University of Tennessee just running through defenders right here, right? Akon comes up at it, but he's beaten there. Robo is out, and the third player is still getting in the middle of rotations, and that's Spicoli just reading this perfectly and shanking one right to the middle.
Oh, man. That is a rough one to have. You hate to see it, right? The ball just lands on your car. You want to be able to control it, right? And instead it just bounces and rolls, right? And it rolls straight onto Spicoli, who's been picking up balls just in the midfield, right? If you ever played soccer as a kid, right? What's the first thing that your coach told you? Don't put the ball in the center.
Okay.
You never played.
I thought that was not a rhetorical question. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually thought no, because everyone's played soccer, right? Here in Canada, like if you haven't played soccer, you just haven't had a childhood, pretty much, right?
It's fair.
So,
It's fair.
but there's not that much that we could play. As well, Robo shows us that he didn't also have much to play, as he has a lot of a nice little show off there. Gets his
Yeah.
first goal of the series.
Kind of getting like the jet escort, right? Like the blue blue angels or whatever, the escort flying through the air next to him. Jacob just making sure that that one's going to be a-okay, escorting him on in. So some fantastic stuff. RIT is looking much more confident in this game than they had previously.
Yeah, just a little bit more confidence. It feels like they've been playing a lot better too, right? Just overall, the communication's been better, and they've been having a lot more fun passing it between each other, for sure.
And then,
As-
speaking of passes right now, Tennessee is getting this one done. Back down in the middle and using this back portion as well. Spicoli gets a hit on it, but it's not a true angle.
Ooh, Akon there
Wow.
making the save.
Yeah,
Is a
that's
nice-
exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, definitely. Or else it's a tie game, right? He barely touches that with the tip of his car, and that is definitely going to help him and his team out.
Sure. Now Jakob, left side, hits. What a tries to set this one up for himself from this left corner. Not gonna go in so easily. Again, defense is just really showing up right here. Back and forth we go. Back to this middle right now. Robo tries to set up a little redirect action across this middle, but it's going to be Hermes that takes him out for his offensive efforts. Pop play over. Last player there, but Jakob can't cover it up quite. Robo with a huge shot down bottom. Spicoli and company are really boost-starved right now until Spicoli is able to hit this left-hand corner. Hermes playing what they can with only a small dot of boost left. Huge run. Spicoli out, but Robo beats him there.
Oh man, 2-1 in the series for RIT, and it's still 2-1 for them in this game as well. If they win this one, it'll be a 3-1 victory for them. But if Tennessee come back here, make this a 5th game, I mean, can you really question how good Tennessee's been since their return, right? Since the winter break, how much better they've gotten despite their current record. As that's a great save out of Hermes. It's popped up into the air. Can he stop Robo? Well, Robo's gonna miss it. Akon puts it into the zone. It's gonna be missed, and Akon gets his own rebound. It's 3-1 with a nice amount of time left on that clock. I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but it's very nice.
Yeah, so plenty of time to bring this one back. You know, a little more than a minute for 2 scores. Tennessee has I mean, the simple fact that they put up 8 scores across the first 2 games leaves me a little bit, like, curious here, because obviously they have shown they can do it. It's just really a matter of actually getting it done now and putting these scores on the boards, you know? 30 seconds per goal is not bad. That sand is going through the hourglass as of right now.
Yeah, it's going down quite quickly right now. They have to score 1 goal every 25 seconds at this point. Very doable, and that was nearly it right there. Great save by Robo. He's been playing some great defense, but so has Jacob, who makes another great one. And I mean, his offense and defense, just his overall play, has been great. No wonder he's the main player so far that's on this team. He's shown, right, that he's definitely been the leader right now on this team with the 2 subs. And despite the fact that he's got 2 subs with him, he's been playing great. As 20 seconds left on this clock, Spicoli tries to put it in. Stop Mickey is the last player back. He's got to wait, and he's going to get played there, so he's going to lose a lot more time. Hermes gets demoed by Robo, and Jacob has a lot of boost to work with. He tries for the flip reset, and it's all over. Tennessee can't score 2 goals in 0 seconds. The ball might still be up, but it already is over. GGs are in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, RIT win the game, but they don't do so by their normal circumstances, right? They normally decimate teams, right? When they
That's
come
fair.
across them.
That's fair. It was UTA, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but UTA hasn't dropped a game yet. Yes.
Yeah.
UTA has not dropped a map yet. Very important differential there. They have
Wait.
dropped maps,
Yeah.
individual games within their matches, within their series or whatnot, but has not dropped a series yet. That is UTA, Marquette, and Montana all at 11-0 match wins and match losses, but UTA is
Mhm.
far and away above at only 2 maps lost, and it's 4 maps lost for Marquette, 6 maps lost for Montana. Once again, and University of Tennessee has played both of these teams, UTA and Montana, multiple times so far.
Yeah.
They face up another one in RIT. Yes, they dropped to 4-8, but once again, 3 of those losses are to some of the top 5, top 7 teams within the EGFC. So
What are you
tough
gonna do?
breaks. The simple fact of taking a 3-1 is awesome, though.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it to a very short break and come back. Little interview action coming at you. And then the next matchup coming up here on stream soon. Don't tune away. We'll be back with that one in just a minute.